Friday after work, I'm getting my hair cut, and the place I go to is like a man haircut place. Okay, you can buy beer there. I did. So it's like a man type of zone.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm getting my hair cut. I'm sitting there, and I can overhear a little bit of the conversation going on to my right, but I'm not like eavesdropping or anything. Nothing is piquing my interest until I heard a word that I think will pique anybody's interest. I heard the stylist say to the guy, "Oh, my IUD's never done that to me."
Oh.
Which then I was like, wait a second. I assumed I misheard it. So then I'm like kind of listening a little more closely.
Trying to get the context.
So now it becomes obvious that this guy getting his hair cut and the stylist are talking about birth control and different types of methods and what happens and different reactions and everything. And I just felt like that if I were in a relationship and my girlfriend found out that I was having that conversation with my stylist about different birth control methods and stuff, she would not be happy. It didn't necessarily feel like an appropriate conversation. And I'm not even saying that, like, if this guy was had a close female coworker, that he could never have this conversation with like a female. But I just think that that's kind of a casual relationship, stylist, customer, to be talking about your wife's birth control methods. Am I off on that?
You're way off.
Really?
Way off base. You threw a whole nother wrench in this. I'm going to be more uncomfortable if my man is talking to some coworker that I'm probably already nervous about because you're making it out like it's his work wife. So I already got competition there, and now he wants to talk about who knows what about me with her.
So you would rather your stuff be discussed between your man and his stylist?
Yes.
As opposed to a coworker.
I feel like, so I'm going to get my hair done this Friday, and I'm excited to gossip with my girl. I'm excited to hear the gossip between all the other girls in the hair place. I love getting the tea, and it makes me so happy to know that men also have that kind of relationship with their stylist. They're also being like, this is my therapy, getting my hair done. I'm getting to talk about all kinds of stuff. I love it.
Yeah, that's not how I approach getting my hair cut.
But I imagine this guy is the guy who, he's going to rebook with the same person every 4 weeks or whatever his schedule is, and so they're close. They know each other. That's literally his therapist.
But wouldn't it be what if his wife was there? What if his wife went in with him one time and his stylist says, "Oh, hey, how's the Nuva ring treating you?" Wouldn't that be weird?
No.
I don't know. I've upset Mary from Clinton. It's Y101, Adam and Allison, and the reason she's upset is because she agrees with me. I just told the story about how I get my haircut on Friday. I was kind of overhearing bits and pieces of the conversation going to the one side of me, and it was a guy getting his haircut and his female stylist discussing birth control, which was weird because I could hear him say certain things about his wife and side effects and everything. It just seemed like too much of a conversation between a dude and his hairstylist. Allison, you disagree?
I do. I think that that's beautiful. It makes me so happy to know that there are men who have the same kind of relationship with their hairstylist as I do. I feel like it's such a sacred bond, and the boys are missing out, but not this boy.
Yeah, Mary, who hardly ever agrees with me, says completely inappropriate. Don't discuss my BC with anyone besides me or the doctor. So, I don't know. That's what I would have thought, but hey, maybe not for everybody. Mildred, the grandma on the show, how would you feel if your late husband, Alfred, Mildred, would have reacted or had this conversation with his hairstylist?
I would be upside his head, baby.
You would not be cool with him having that kind of an intimate conversation with another female?
No, I would not, baby. And I can tell you right now that if some fella on the radio overheard my husband talking about my personal form of contraceptive, and then he just takes advantage and talks about it on the radio.
Well, that's actually a good point, Mildred. I was wondering how many women are going to be giving their men an inquisition whenever they get home from work if they got their hair cut on Friday.
Yeah, it's bros over radios.
There you go.
Bros over radios, the new mantra for our show. Thank you, Mildred.
All right, sugar. I'm gonna pray for y'all.
Thank you. We need all the Mildred prayers we can get. Appreciate it.